Football is back at the City Ground as Nottingham Forest welcome Chelsea FC in Sunday's Premier League match. But with the injury crisis that we currently have, who the hell are we going to field? Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Whatever time of day you're watching this, hope you're having a wonderful day, and welcome to your match preview for Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, which will be kicking off at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday. As always, we will have the watch along for you on this channel, but more importantly, we are sending the FFTV team down there. So if you're going to the match, we would love to hear your views. We'll be at the fan zone with the likes of Ez, Forest, and we will have Simon there, and we'll have Megaphone Man. Please find them, go to the fan zone anytime from 2 p.m. and get your thoughts recorded down. On top of that, we aren't restricting it to just the City Ground. Anyone who's watching or wants their thoughts broadcasted after the match, click on this WhatsApp link right here. Get that number down, either scan the QR code or add that number and message me directly with a quick 30 to a minute long video. Keep it in portrait mode and let me know your thoughts about the match, either pre or post, and we will get them up either on the live stream or we'll get them up in the player ratings or in the videos coming up over the next few days. And finally, on top of that, we've added a WhatsApp community group. We are looking to grow this beautiful community of Forest fans. So please do click on that pinned link in the comments down below and add that to your group. And then within there are subcategories. Whichever one tickles your fancy, click on that. There's an option to send a message at the bottom to request to join. Send that through to me and I'll get you straight into that group. So for example, there's the Forest News channel. You can click on that and breaking Forest news will be sent directly to your WhatsApp. How great is that? And then finally, can I thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel. Yesterday we hit 7,000 subscribers. What a huge milestone. What huge growth we've had in the last couple of months of doing this. So I want to thank every single one of you, and let's keep on growing because there's so much new content coming your way. The production is hopefully going to get better and better. But only 50% of you watching this video are subscribed. Look at that stat. If you haven't subscribed already, please be kind enough to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything to do with Nottingham Forest. All right, with all that said, we've got a lot to talk about for the match preview. So let's go and have a look at the predicted team that I've put together ahead of the Chelsea match. Look, we know about the usual injuries, the Niakates, the Omar Richards, the Czech Kyotes, etc. But there are a couple of new ones that we have slight concerns about, that being Morgan Gibbs-White, which we've discussed this week, as well as Jesse Lingard, who in my opinion isn't as big a loss as MGW. But Jesse Lingard is probably 50-50 for this match. I don't think he will be risked. I think it will be Dennis coming in to replace him. Morgan Gibbs-White is definitely out, man. I'm hunting down some information. No one's saying nothing, but I think the rumors are true and we won't be seeing MG Dub till at least the end of Feb, and which is a crying shame. But there are some weird rumors saying that he's not actually injured. Welcome to Nottingham Forest and the injuries. Anyway, let's get into this. So from the front, I've stupidly, a lot of you are going to say to me, have put a number 9 in the number 9 position. I know I don't know why I didn't get the memo, but apparently number 9s should not play in the number 9 position anymore. They should play left wing, maybe centre back, maybe even in goal. But humour me, I'm going to put the number 9 up front today and hope that maybe I get it right. So we got Iwoni up front and I'm bringing Dennis in on the left to replace Jesse Lingard. This would always be my automatic choice ahead of Lingard. I know a lot of you differ on it. I know a lot of you said Dennis didn't play too well against Manchester United and was at fault for the third goal. However, when he starts, he's good and he hasn't had an opportunity to have a run in the team. And if he hasn't started in his correct position in a lot of the games. The only one he did was against Brentford, but at the likes of Villa, he was shoved up front. And for me, he's a left winger. He makes mistakes. He gives away the ball. I grant you that. but I will allow it because he tries to progress the ball forward, which is something we are desperately crying out for. I expect to see Jono starting on the right-hand side, and for all of you Scarpinia fans, like myself, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but as we mentioned yesterday, he will not be featuring in this match as he can't be registered in time for it. Therefore, we have to wait to the away trip to Southampton to see the Scarpinia unleashed. Of course, that is subject to Cooper picking him, but that's for another day. So I think that will be our front three. I'm fairly confident the midfield three won't change. I think it will be Yates, Freuler, and Mangala across the middle. Freuler's probably going to play that deep line. I'm begging Cooper to switch him with either Mangala or Yates because Freuler can't really tackle, in my opinion, too well. And most of his passes lately have had to be sideways or backwards. He's not getting to influence the game higher up the pitch, which is what he's been designed by God to do. So let him do what his God-given right is, and let's release him slightly higher up the pitch. Mangala can't shoot. For all of his major qualities, and he has a lot of them, shooting he was not blessed with. So why would we want him advancing so high? We want him in and around our third, that middle third, and then creeping towards the edge of the box and helping progress the play forward, not in the box trying to shoot. That's where you want Freuler breaking in. That's where you want Yates as well. I know a lot of the memes are the 50p piece head and all this stuff, but do remember he scored us some key goals last season with that old 50 pence piece. So I would much rather it was Freuler and Yates going forward ahead of Mangala. It's harsh on O'Brien. O'Brien is a great player, but just can't seem to get the nod ahead of any of these three. I still think when Mangala and O'Brien are on the pitch, there's clear chemistry between them. But you may see it in the second half. I doubt you will, because Cooper's number one substitution choice is always Mangala for O'Brien. Go figure. Anyway, into the defence, and I think that centre-back pairing will remain. Yes, they were very shaky against Manchester United. Didn't close the ball down enough. But at the City Ground, I expect them to play a little better. I don't know why. I just more hope than anything else, maybe. I don't know. I think he will stick with that. I personally would bring McKenna back in and drop Worrell and then switch them around so McKenna's on the left. And I think the only other position up for contention is that of Lodi's. Lodi may be replaced by Tuffalo. Lodi, and rightly so, was criticised heavily on his crossing and his corners against Manchester United. But is that enough to drop him in a big game like this? I personally think Lodi gets the nod ahead of Tuffalo. There is rumours that Tuffalo will be leaving for Olympiacos. So if that is the case, then you should really give Lodi the run in the team, especially as he was starting to come good just before the World Cup break. Aurier is like pretty much the first name on the sheet, I think, for everyone. And then finally, Henderson is back. Henderson's not owned by Chelsea, so he can jump back into the team, and Hennessy should be dropped and giving some more coaching lessons. I don't think he's recovered from the World Cup red card. He looked shaky. He looked nervous against Manchester United. I didn't think his distribution was great. Too many long balls punted forward in the general direction of Owoni. Some hit, some didn't. Henderson doesn't make blunders. Now that I've said that, he's good. I'm not going to tempt fate. Anyway, that's the team. Let me know if you agree with that or disagree with it. And what do you think of it? As long as Owoni plays up front, I think we've got a chance. We are not the only team worried about injuries, and God bless injuries from the Chelsea front, as their best player, Reece James, who returned from his injury, his knee injury, I think it was, against Bournemouth, suffered the same injury in that game. Yes, I have a smile on my face. Yes, I'm a horrible person, but I don't care. I just want him injured for this game, and then if he recovers, 6 o'clock Sunday evening, that's fine by me. Just don't do it during the game time. So Reece James, their best player, is out. Now, Chelsea will probably deploy a 4-3-3 themselves as well, with Jorginho in the middle controlling the game. He's one that we need someone like Yates to really get on top of and really break up that play. In terms of the defense, though, they have very slow centre-backs. I really think Koulibaly and Silva could give Cook a run in terms of pace, but They have what Cook doesn't have, and that's great footballing brains. So they will play well, but don't expect Chelsea to play a high line up at the halfway. Let me start again. Don't expect Chelsea to play a high line in and around the halfway line. There, got the sentence out. Like we saw against Liverpool when we took them on at the City ground. They can't risk doing that. They may get suckered into that, and I think that will be Forest's best chance of getting some goals. If we could almost sucker them towards the halfway line, get the balls into the channel, Broiler playing those balls through potentially. Using the pace we have up front, we could find ourselves in some great space. With Reece James out, the other granddad that will be coming in will be Aspalaquente, who is a good player, but he is getting way, way beyond in years as well. And then I expect to see Cucurella, the £50 million overpriced left back, who is decent, coming in at left back. So it's the defense that I think we can target. In terms of the attack, I'm going to regret this, but I've never rated Sterling. Sterling, I think my 4-year-old daughter can generate more power in a shot than he can. Watch him hit a 30-yarder tomorrow. Anyway, Sterling coming in, maybe Ziyech as well on the right-hand side, the Biatch, now that he's back from World Cup duties, and probably deploying the false 9 with Havertz. Aubameyang won't take part. He seems to be completely out of favour, being a Tuchel signing, so Chelsea still have no real number 9 that they can deploy. Maybe they should recall Lukaku from Inter. Anyway, that's the Chelsea team, roughly speaking. Kovacic may come back. He's pretty close in terms of his return from the World Cup, etc. So it's going to be a battle of the midfield. The winning midfield team will be the winning overall team. Can we control that midfield, and can we release Freuler higher up the pitch to really impact the game? That's a question for Steve Cooper. That's a question that the bloody press just don't seem to ask him at all. My prediction for the game is very simple. I don't know, man. I don't know. On the Predictor League, I said 2-0 to Chelsea. On yesterday's showdown against Chelsea Fan TV, I said Forest would win 2-0. I'm on their channel tonight, so come make sure you back me up as I try and big up our chances on winning. That will be at 8:30 tonight. I'll put the link in the community post and in the description down below once my mate Charlie has sent it through. And what a great guest he was. If you haven't watched it already, please go and watch the showdown episode from last night if you want some real insight into Chelsea. And that's what we're designing those shows for. We love Forest, but we need to learn about our opposition so we have a better understanding of the Premier League. Please go and check that out. I'll put a link somewhere in here or other. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going Forest to win. I can't not go Forest to win. Can we score goals? I'm going 2-0 Forest. I don't think Chelsea have the firepower, and I don't think they have the pace and defence. I think we got a shot at this. If you'd asked me this like an hour after the Man U game, I would have said we got tonked. But my mood has slowly lifted throughout the week. 2-0 to Forest. Get your predictions in down below. All right, guys, we'll be back at 8:30 on Charlie's channel, should I say. So please make sure you come in and join in with the banter against the Chelsea fans. Until then, go join those WhatsApp groups. Go subscribe to the channel and keep on supporting the Reds. And let us know what else you want to see on this channel. We got some really cool stuff coming over the weekend. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tonight at 8:30. Come on, you Reds.